Hi everybody, thought I'd give you a real quick rundown on how my water tank system works. This is it all pulled out and show you what I got going on in here. You can see right in there is a water pump. Here's what that looks like. It's just your standard, it's a boat pump. It's designed to be completely submersible. You toss that into the bottom of your boat that's waterlogged and apply 12 volts of power to it, and it pumps your water out of the bottom of your boat. But it's got a lot of strength and it works great as a pump for your water system in your camper van. And on here it's just a barb fitting. You just buy you the right size hose. You can see in there got the hose connected to it and a little hose clamp runs up, and then up here another barbed fitting with a hose clamp. And this is your standard just garden hose hookup. And what I hook to this is I use a washing machine line in my van, and that washing machine line is hooked directly straight to my sink, runs straight down and into my sink faucet. And so when I apply power, this plugs in. I have it hooked up with a plug. Makes it a lot easier to put it in, take it out whenever I need to clean it or anything. And so that just hooks up to your 12 volt power supply. Have it hooked through a switch. Flip the switch, turns the pump on. The pump pumps the water up, and it comes straight through that washing machine line and into my sink. And you have water. And this is just your standard just regular bin that you can buy. I bought this at Walmart, and what you want to do is all along the edge inside here, I pulled the lid off, filled it with rubber silicone, just liberally you fill it. And after I had it filled up, then I flipped it upside down and I just went all along the edge with silicone, just mounted it up so that it's sealed up really good. Also on here, what I installed is this is just a tank tap fitting, and I got it hooked up with a this of course is off and on. So what you can do is any place where there's a water supply outside, where there's a garden where you can hook a garden hose up to, you run your garden hose from the spigot of the house straight to here, just screws in, and then start the water, and then you can control it. You don't have to keep running back and forth to the house to shut it off and turn it on. Control it right here, turn it on, and it starts filling. And then when it gets up to the level that you want, you just shut it off, and then go back to the house, shut it off, and unhook it. Also, what I have here, I don't have the cap on it right now. I took the cap off, but this is just a cap thing that I put in here. And what that allows is, so as the water's going in, of course the air has to have some place to escape. Just take the cap off whenever you're filling it, and just allow it to the air to flow through, and then whenever you're done filling it, you put the cap back on. also, at any hardware store, you'll find one of these, and what this is, you can see down in here, there's this flap, and this flap is full of air, and what happens is when the water gets up so high, it actually closes. You can see it inside there. Flip it around this way. Nope, that's not good either. You can't see it real good here, but it's just allows airflow in, but won't let water come back out. And the reason that's important is, of course, after you got it all hooked up and you got it sealed up, you don't want to turn your pump on and have it sucking water out of this thing with no place for air to come in. And so in order to prevent pressure from building up, you want something to allow airflow in as it needs it, and that allows you, your water to freely flow real well. And tried to go around these openings with some more rubber silicone seal. This is real important. The little bit of water, air splashing in and out it's not going to let enough out to be concerned about. And that's pretty much how it works. Now I'm just going to go fill it up and test it out, make sure that it's working okay, no leaks anywhere before I put it back in, and I'll show you how it looks when it's all put back in the van. Okay, as I said, I just hooked the water hose up straight to the house spigot and turn it on, and at this end got it all hooked up. Just open this valve and water starts running in, and with this cap off, it's got plenty of space for the air to flow. All we're doing now, I'm not going to fill it all the way up because I'm going to empty it back out in a second to put it back in the van, but all I'm wanting to do is test these seals that I got on here. One of them was leaking on me. I pulled it out and resealed it, and I'm just gonna make sure that I got it sealed good. Takes about 24 hours for that silicone rubber to set up, and it's been 24 hours now, so we're gonna see how we did. Okay, just filled it about that full. That's about all I need. And all we're going to do is a tip test, get that water up around the seals, all the way around, make sure that it's not leaking out of any of the seals anymore. And tip it up. And I do seem to have a slight leak right around this lip here. So yeah, see, that's what you don't want. It's definitely leaking around the seal, so I have to try and reseal that better. Let's try the other edge. And this is the other edge, and I've got a leak on that edge too. So looks like I'm gonna have to empty it out and reseal it. Alright, so I had thought I was gonna get away with just doing a couple little patch jobs around the edge with it all together, and you can see that's not the case. I'm gonna have to peel this all out and start from scratch, and then we'll try it after that. Alright, it's going to be just a matter of putting silicone around the edge. Now if you'll notice these little raised spots, those are a problem, and might be why I had a lot of my problem with my leaks, is those little raised spots all the way around. Whenever I sealed it before, I just ran the silicone all around the edge, and those raised spots actually created a weak spot for the silicone. This time I'm going to try and keep it right in here, above, between this space right here, where it's smooth and it's going to be making contact with the base. And I'll go all the way around with that and get it put on and see how that looks. Alright, so I got the seal all the way around, and I got it upside down, and I put weight on top of it to help give it some good pressure to hold it together. And now we're just gonna let it sit and cure for a few days. Make sure that it's good and set up before we give it another test. So the reason we want to make sure that seal is good is because, of course, there's going to be times where you're parked on a hill and you don't want your water leaking out all over inside your van. And that's what I found happening. So I had to pull it out and reset those seals. Okay, so I got it all put back in, and I hooked up to my water spigot, and now we're just gonna start filling it up. Make sure this is open. There's the water coming in. Have this whole thing held in with a ratchet strap, so that, because water has a lot of weight to it, you don't want to go making a sharp turn and have your whole water system fly out. That would be a disaster. And I think we're gonna call that full. So I just shut it off here. And set the water off here. Alright, what we're doing now is just priming the sink, getting all the air out of the line. There's the pump pumping away at the power. And I think we're all set. Alright, testing it out now. I'm intentionally parked on a hill to where the water level is higher than the seals. And as you can see, there's no leaks. Nothing coming out. So at least that way it seems to work. Let's try turning the van around, parking on the hill, going uphill. Alright, this time we're intentionally parked on a hill, going up the hill. And totally dry. Looks like my seal's held. There you have it. That's my water system.